They come back. They always come back. And every single time you answer the door, you knew it was toxic. You knew they hurt you. Yet here you are again, telling yourself this time will be different. It will not. And the worst part is not what they are doing to you. The worst part is what your own brain is doing to you. This is called trauma bonding. It is the reason millions of people stay in relationships that make them sick. You are not weak. You are not stupid. You are trapped in a neurological loop designed to keep you coming back for more. And once you understand how the mechanism works, you finally get to choose whether you stay locked in or break free. So let me show you exactly how this cycle operates, why your brain fights you every single time you try to leave, and what you can do about it before the next round draws you back in. There are 4 phases to this cycle. Every trauma bond follows the same 4 steps. Once you see the pattern, you cannot unsee it. Phase 1, love bombing. This is where it all starts, and where most people never think to look for the trap because it feels amazing. They flood you with attention, compliments, messages at 3 a.m. telling you you are the only person who understands them. They learn everything about you and mirror it right back in perfect timing. You think you found your soulmate. Instead, you found someone building a profile. The brain does not question this phase. Dopamine levels spike. Oxytocin floods the system. You form a chemical attachment before you ever think to set a boundary. This is not romance. This is onboarding. The reason love bombing works so well is that your brain experiences it as validation you may have been starved of your entire life. If you grew up feeling overlooked or unimportant, the sudden weight of someone making you the center of their universe hits like a drug. And your nervous system does not check references. It just accepts the hit. Researchers at UCLA found that peak validation activates the same reward circuits as cocaine. The same circuit. Your brain logs the person as essential before you even know their middle name. Phase 2, devaluation. This is where the switch flips, and the person who could not stop praising you 3 weeks ago cannot stop finding flaws in everything you do. Nothing you say is right. Nothing you do is enough. Small criticisms start as joke teasing, then harden into real insults. You start changing your opinions before you even share them. You walk on glass in your own house. And every time they criticize you, your brain reaches back to phase 1 and says, remember how good it was. If you just figure out what you did wrong, it can be like that again. Devaluation rewires your self-trust. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance. The 2 beliefs fighting inside your head are they love me and they are hurting me. So you dump the belief about yourself and decide you are the problem. Easier to blame yourself than accept the person you love is hurting you on purpose. Here is what the literature says about how this stage operates. The abuser builds a pattern of unpredictable negativity. Sometimes you get criticism. Sometimes you get a warm moment that confuses the entire picture. Unpredictable rewards are known to be more addictive than consistent rewards. Laboratory researchers proved this with pigeons in the 1600s, and we still do not apply it to our own relationships. A pigeon getting food every time it pressed a button stopped pressing when bored. A pigeon getting food randomly pressed until it collapsed. Your brain does the same thing. Phase 3, discard. This is the moment they leave. Or they go silent for days. Or they replace you with someone else and make sure you see it. The pain of discard is not just rejection. It is the sudden withdrawal of every chemical high your brain depends on to feel normal. Withdrawal is not a metaphor here. Your dopamine plummets. Your cortisol spikes. You are in literary chemical withdrawal from a person. Your body treats this separation the way it would treat opioid withdrawal. The symptoms overlap: anxiety, nausea, panic attacks, and in some research cases, measurable shrinkage in the hippocampus, the memory center, after sustained emotional abuse. And this is where the trauma bond tightens to its strongest point, because in the middle of discard pain, your brain does not say good riddance. It screams, go back and fix it. Phase 4, hoovering. Named after the vacuum cleaner brand, they suck you right back in. It usually starts with a message. Something carefully crafted that triggers every part of your brain still starving from withdrawal. I miss you. You were the only one who ever understood me. Can we talk? Just one sentence, 6 words, and your entire nervous system lights up like a Christmas tree because the one person who created the withdrawal is offering the cure. The mind does not say no. It never says no. It answers. It always answers. The Hoover is not an accident. It is calculated timing. Most Hoovers land when you are starting to heal, when you have not texted in a week or two, when a friend finally got you to believe you deserve better. Their return is not coincidence. It is a system test. They check whether the bond still holds, and if you answer, the test passes. The cycle resets to phase 1, and the next round is always worse than the last. So now you know the cycle: love bombing, devaluation, discard. Hoover. If that was all this video covered, you would still have a problem, because knowing the pattern does not break it. You need to understand the mechanics of what keeps you locked in. The key mechanism is called intermittent reinforcement. When a reward comes unpredictably, the being chasing the reward works harder than if the reward came every single time. This is the exact mechanism behind slot machines, social media scrolling, and trauma bonding. The exact same neurological circuit. You are not addicted to them. You are addicted to the chance they might give you one more good moment. And that chance is designed to be impossible to resist. Dr. Patrick Carnes, the researcher who first studied trauma bonding in depth, identified 7 signatures of these bonds. 1. You believe you can fix the person if you just love them enough. 2. You find yourself making excuses to everyone who warns you about the relationship. 3. You feel responsible for their emotions and their reactions. 4. You cannot imagine being happy without them. 5. You compare them to everyone else and find the other people wanting, because no ordinary person can compete with the extreme high of phase 1. 6. You isolate yourself from the people who see the pattern clearly. 7. You stay long after the pain outweighs the joy, because the intermittent joy is chemically more potent than the steady pain. Every single point there is documented in peer-reviewed research on traumatic bonds and coercive control. This is not opinion. This is the science of why you stay when every logical part of you knows you should leave. And it gets physiological. Chronic stress from emotional abuse keeps your cortisol levels elevated. High cortisol impairs the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational decision-making and long-term planning. So the more abused you get, the less capable your brain becomes at planning your own escape. It is a trap that reinforces its own walls. The more you want to leave, the more your stress response blocks the executive function you need to actually do it. Your brain is not sabotaging you on purpose. It is flooding you with the exact hormones that keep you stuck. Stanford researchers used fMRI scans of women recovering from trauma bonds. The amygdala, the fear center, lit up when they thought about leaving. Returning was chemically safe. Leaving was chemically terrifying. Every woman in that study said the same thing different ways. It felt like drowning, and going back felt like breathing. The trap is hardwired into your nervous system. Now here is where most videos fail you. They tell you to just leave, to block and move on, to choose yourself. That is correct advice and completely useless without a strategy for how to actually do it when your brain is screaming the opposite. So here is the framework recovered trauma survivors use to break the bond. It is called the Stop Explaining Framework. Step 1. Stop explaining your pain to the person who caused it. You cannot talk someone out of abusing you. If you had to repeat yourself 20 times and nothing changed, the problem is not your explanation skills. They heard you, they do not care. Step 2. Stop excusing their behavior to your friends. Every time you tell someone you see this happening and they warn you, then you go back and tell them he is actually great. Mostly, you train everyone in your life to stop trusting your own word. Cut the excuse cycle. Let people believe you when they tell you this is abuse. Step 3. Stop expecting them to change. They are not clueless about what they do. They are invested in the system they built. No amount of your love will override that investment. Step 4. Prepare for withdrawal because no contact will feel like dying for the first 6 weeks. That is not poetic. That is literary neurochemistry. Your dopamine receptors down regulate during a trauma bond and need 4 to 6 weeks to reset to baseline. Plan ahead, block everything. Tell a friend to hold your phone when you get weak. Write down everything they did to you and read it every morning. You need to outsmart the withdrawal before it outsmarts you. Step 5. Rebuild your nervous system's calibration. After months in a trauma bond, normal kindness feels boring. A healthy relationship feels like nothing is happening. Your nervous system will mistake peace for dissatisfaction until it learns to recognize the difference between safety and stagnation. Give yourself time. The nervous system recalibrates. People who come out the other side consistently report that the first time someone was just consistently kind to them without drama or punishment, it felt alien for weeks. Then it felt like coming home to a place they never knew existed. If you want more of these, hit subscribe. There is one more piece to this, and it is the one nobody tells you. The biggest risk of leaving a trauma bond is not that you will stay alone forever. It is that you will attempt to leave and then get hoovered back. And every time you return, the bond gets stronger, the tolerance for pain gets higher, and your ability to recognize the pattern gets weaker. That is why the first no-contact attempt is the most important one you will ever make. Not the perfect one, just the first one that lasts past 6 weeks. Because after 6 weeks, your brain starts coming online again. And once your brain is online, everything you built in this video locks into place as a lived experience instead of something you watched in a YouTube video. You have been asking yourself why you can't let go. The answer is not character, it is chemistry. Intermittent reinforcement, dopamine spikes, a flooded amygdala that calls leaving danger and returning safety. You did not choose this bond, but you can choose to break it. And the moment you decide that pain from healing is less costly than pain from staying, everything shifts. I have been making these breakdown videos using a tool called FrameLoop. It honestly made the whole process way easier than I expected. If you are curious, I left it in the description. If you want more of these, hit subscribe and send this to someone who might need to hear it.